All right. Well, welcome to June, you guys, which is crazy because some of you on this call know and some of you don't know, but June 1st of 2023 was the beginning of this whole team. So we are right at 2 years, you guys, as the Brave Collective. So round of applause for all of you being here. That is an incredible feat. And it's pretty dang incredible that we are one of the fastest growing teams in all of Bravenly in under 2 years. So that is a testament to you guys and y'all's power and commitment and hard work. So congratulations to you guys. I want to shout out a couple of stats from last month. We always like to do that. And then I've got some guest speakers going to hop on for a couple minutes, but I do have some things that I wrote out. So if it looks like I'm reading, it is because I'm reading from my screen, but the words are coming from my heart. So I'm going to talk to you guys tonight. But I want to congratulate two people. Caitlin Bagley, she hit
Where's the
executive
bow?
director last month. So congratulations, Kaylee. That's a huge, or Caitlin, that's a huge accomplishment. She hit 10K in volume. Whopping executive director. Way to go. Lana Larson is the second person that hit 10K executive director last month. Those are huge accomplishments, you guys. So congratulations. That is a core leadership rank. At that rank, we have a specific team chat for our 10K leaders. We do regular Zooms with our 10K leaders. You kind of are put in that next level leadership. It's a great and growing crowd, and we want more of y'all in that crowd. We want more of you guys in that chat. And I know that we have about 10 people, if I counted correctly, 10 others on this team that I know of, that I just know of, that are all pushing for that 10K rank this month. So I think this month is going to be absolutely huge. Guys, from last month, we were 30% up from the month of March. And there's a reason I do look at March. In April, you guys have heard me say this, in April we had Peach Rush launch and we had what's called Extravaganza, which can inflate some volume. It pushes volume into our team, which is never a bad thing. But when you're looking at month over month growth, you want to look at organic growth, right? Not pushes, not things that may kind of trickle off if it doesn't exist every single month. So that's why we looked at March. March was a month where we had nothing but organic growth. And so when I looked at March's numbers compared to May's numbers, we had a 30% increase. Guys, that is a humongous increase, a humongous increase from month to month organically with no pushes. That is a testament to you guys, to natural team building, to the excitement around new brand partners, around the brand of Bravenly. And I have a feeling, I don't want to like what's the phrase, like get ahead of the horse here, but I don't want to, but I have a feeling that this month we could go up 50%. I have a feeling that we could increase by 50%. And here's why. I talk to my leaders very regularly, sometimes to the point where they're like, Tara, enough texting, enough messaging. I love y'all. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna talk to y'all. But when I talk to you guys, every single one of you guys, my leaders, which means they know what's happening in their downlines, right? Which is all of us on this call, y'all, they're fired up. They are like, it is on like Donkey Kong this month. We are ready to rock and roll. Like it is an energy, it is a magnetism that is like, ooh, something's happening here. I hear this person, this person
I did.
is
Well,
growing, this is happening. And it's all kind of transpiring in the month of June. That is what we're doing, you guys. That is what is happening in the month of June. It's going to be a humongous month. We had over 72 people on our team above Club 1200 last month. Think about that. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. We had over 100 promotions again. I actually lost track of counting and I didn't have time to pull an Excel spreadsheet, but it was over 100. And then we had over 112 new brand partners partner with us last month in the month of June. Hundreds of customers. Guys, it's happening. The growth is here. The growth is here. So I'm going to read you guys some thoughts that I had, okay? I want everybody to take a deep breath because we're here. It's June. I just said that all these leaders, like we feel it. Something's happening. It's that electricity, but something's different in the air this month. And that's the pulse. That's the momentum. That's the boldness that we're all looking at. We're standing at the front door of something that could be what is the biggest breakthrough we've ever had as a team, individually, but also as a team. And I'm here to tell you right now, if you're thinking about it and you're going, oh, can I do it? Is this the month? I don't know. I'm here to tell you that the door is unlocked and you have permission to walk through it. Okay? You have permission to walk through it. And you know what I believe? I believe that this month miracles are hiding behind action this month. I believe that you each are one decision away from momentum. I believe it could be one conversation away from a life-changing yes entering your business. All it takes is one person to enter your business, and it could be life-changing. I've witnessed it many times. I've seen it many times. You are one brave day, right? Brave day away from unlocking something that's maybe been stuck in your business. But it requires action, guys. It requires action. Some of you are sitting on gold, literal gold, but you haven't touched your shovel in a few days or a few weeks. Oof, maybe that feels a little conviction in your heart. So I'm telling you guys, this month, it's time to dig. Pick up your shovels, even if they're covered in mud, Linda, from mud season. It's time to pick them up. It's time to move because it's time to build like your life depends on it. Now, I know that sounds so dramatic. Oh my gosh, Tara's being so dramatic. Life depends on Bravenly. But here's the truth, guys. Your future that you so desperately dream of and want for you and for your children and for your future families, the dream that you have is not just in your head flippantly. It's there for a reason. I personally believe that God gives us those dreams that we have. They are downloaded from Him. It is not something, it's a way that He speaks to us and says, this is what is possible. So yes, it's a little dramatic. It's time to build like your life depends on it. But guys, your future, it just might. It just might. This could be the month that literally shifts everything for you. This could be the month. Oh, hang on. Unmuted somebody. This could be the month that your paycheck gets uncomfortable in the best way. Raise your hand on this call if you'd like an uncomfortably large paycheck where you're like, ooh, what do I do with this? Ooh, do I need a financial accountant? Do I need to go and talk to my husband about savings X amount? Oh my gosh, this is huge, right? Like, I know that I'm not saying that we all have to, anyway, I don't want to get into the weeds of financials here and talking to husbands and talking to spouses, but sometimes they're so big that it's like, whoa. All right, I see a bunch of hands raised. This could be that month that your paycheck gets uncomfortable. This could be the month where your story changes forever. I look back at my 12 years in this industry, and there are certain months over those 12 years that something happened, a yes happened, a conversation happened. I decided to do something that was uncomfortable, and it literally changed the story of my life forever. Forever. In the best way possible. Guys, none of you clicked enroll and said yes to this business to play small. Not a single one of you. You didn't say yes to Bravenly to be average. You didn't. You said yes because there is a fire inside of you. There was something that you craved, a fire for more, for freedom, for purpose, for growth. And you know what? There's not a single thing standing between you and that dream except one thing, your own hesitation. What are you being hesitant about? What are you being tentative about? What are you nervous about? Friends, lovingly, some people call this Tara love, Tara tough love. Get over it. Get over the hesitation. Get over the uncomfort. It's time to lean in. And let me be so clear. June, it's not going to belong to the lucky. It's not. I don't want anybody to look at June and see at the end all these people ranking up and being like, oh, they're just lucky. No, nope. It belongs to those who choose it. It belongs to those who are bold. If you want this month to be your month, then act like it, friends. Act like it. Wake up every single day with grit. Move like it's already done. Let me ask you a question. When everybody close your eyes for a second, if you're driving in the car, don't close your eyes. Here's what I want you to think of. What is the rank that you would love to be that would be life-changing? What is it? Okay, got that number in your head? Got that volume? Got the paycheck? Got the rank title? Now, let's say right now, right then, when I clap or snap my fingers, that has now come true. You are that rank. You are earning that paycheck. You are at that volume right now. How are you going to behave in your business differently? How are you going to post and posture differently? How are you going to reach out differently? That's what it means when I say move like it's already done. Act inside of your business like the goal that you want is already accomplished. Speak like the person who already has their miracle completed. There's no more waiting for somebody else to go first. There's no more waiting for, oh, maybe my downline will just figure it out and enroll somebody. No. No more asking for permission. No more for waiting. No more circling around the same fears that kept you maybe from leaning in a little bit more last month. You are on this team, the Brave Collective, to rise, period. We don't let people fail here. This is a team run. We do not rise alone. I cannot do this alone. Victoria cannot do this alone. Ashley cannot do this alone. Erin cannot do this alone. Amy cannot do this alone. Right? There are people on this call right now, you're looking at all of our beautiful faces, that are going to hit some new ranks and possibly even double promote this month. There will be. There are people on this call who are going to double their volume in the next 27 days from month to month. There are people who are going to recruit their very first leader, or maybe their 10th. But it's going to take all of us. We need you, your light, your presence, your energy plugged in, and your faith switched on, my friends, because every voice matters, every post counts, every message counts, every story changes lives. And here's the truth. There's 30 days in this month. We're on the third one now. That means there's 30 days to make something powerful. 30 days to prove to yourself, to honor to yourself what you're made of. Can you look back and say the last 30 days, you've given every single of those days your all and you did your very best? Some of you might can. I would argue most of us, maybe not. And that's what I want to challenge you guys. 27 days, commit it with me. Commit it right here. Say, I'm committed in the chat. If you're going to look at me and go, I'm in for the next 27 days. I'm not backing out. I'm not going to have a day off where I doubt myself. I doubt my power. I doubt what's happening. I doubt my dreams. I'm not going to do it. I'm in it. And it starts right now. It doesn't start after this call. It doesn't start tomorrow morning. It doesn't start Monday. It starts now. Right now. I want you all to leave this call and go be seen. Go be seen. The amount of conversations I am in this downline, this downline, this downline, and how a lot of people know each other who are talking to people they know each other. Y'all, go be seen because people are looking at this company. Your friends who you have not talked to are looking at this company. Another person might be reaching out to them. Another person might be posting about it. It starts right now. Go be seen. Go have the conversation that you've been putting off. Go record the story that makes your heart beat faster and you're nervous to share it, but my gosh, you're going to do it. Go invite that person who's been on your mind for weeks and you just didn't know what to say. Who cares? Just go say it. I want this month to be the month that you stop flirting with your dreams and go marry the mission. Marry the mission that's in your heart, you guys. And so I want you guys to say it with me. Say it out loud. You don't have to unmute yourself, but say, June is mine. Say it. June is mine. Yes. I will move boldly. Say it. I will speak with conviction this month. I will act like a leader and not shrink. Say it. I will build something I'm proud of. And I'm not leaving this month wondering what could have been. Say that. This month, June 2025, everything changes for me. That's what I want from you guys. That's what I want for you guys, because I know you each can do it. Now, I have several leaders that are going to hop on in just a moment and share their feelings. You've heard mine. I'm pumped, y'all. I am pumped and ready to go. Okay. But I want you to hear that I'm not the only one. There's a couple of us, and I want you to hear what they're doing in their business this month to take it to the next level, to move the needle. Take these notes, you guys. Do you have to do all of these things? No. Can you do some of them? Yes. Can you stretch yourself a little bit more? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Why? Because your dreams are worth it. Period, point blank, and simple. You are worth it. Your family is worth it. Don't you dare doubt yourself. Don't you dare doubt your influence. Don't you dare doubt anything that you can do, because I know you can. When you try, when you lean in, and this team's going to help you. So I want to open it up. Let's start with Brittany Need. She's going to tell us how she's feeling about this month and one thing she's doing. Go ahead, Britt.
Girl, how am I supposed to follow up from that? What on earth? Okay. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts for a second between choking up some tears and, just getting over it, like you said. Um, for me, kind of the thing that I'm doing in June, and this is going to sound like the biggest duh thing that you have heard today, especially after Tara just shared all the things. I'm literally committed every single day, 45 minutes to an hour of work. And that is uninterrupted. That is me sitting down. That is me in my inbox, most likely sending invites, starting the conversation. That is not me making a post. That is not me joining on a call. That is not me doing the extras. In my mind, yes, you should be on these calls all the time. However, this is extra credit to my business. What's really going to move the needle are those income producing activities. It's getting in those messages, it's following up, it's putting yourself out there. And that's what it's going to take to build a business. And it's not even complicated, you guys. It's purely just starting the conversation and opening the door of sharing what Bravenly is to people. And something else that I'm doing, I'm starting with a business. I am not starting with product. I'm going straight to, do you want to make an extra $500 to $1,000 this month? And see where that conversation goes. Because when that maybe turns into a no, or just isn't a right fit, you can go back to, how's your health doing? What can we look at there? And is there a way that I can serve you, help you there? Because there's two really great ways that we can help people. And it is first and foremost with the business. And then secondly, with really great health and wellness products, the best that anybody's ever going to find. And I truly believe that. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm showing up, taking really simple action. Rachel Jones and I have some really big goals. We're committed to each other this month. And so we kind of got a little accountability going. And I just feel so dang good about this month, purely because of the decision to show up and take action, as simple as that sounds. And then also, I'm almost done. If you want just an extra kick in the pants, go read Aspen Emery's post today. If that doesn't make you excited, plus Tara's excitement tonight, I truly don't know what it will take. So go read that, and take some action. Commit to a certain amount of action you can take every single day, Monday through Friday, and just get to work.
I love it. I love it. And I love how you specified what you're spending your 45 minutes on. Some people are like, oh, yeah, I worked for 45 minutes, but what did you do? Make sure it is income producing, reach outs, follow ups. It's not necessarily listening to a podcast. It's not necessarily scrolling your page and figuring out who you haven't messaged. It's not even being on a call like this. Yes, these calls are so vital to your business, but we got to do things that are actually going to bring the people into your business, right? That's such a good clarifier. Thank you, Brittany. Okay, Amy Grimmett, go ahead and unmute yourself. Share with us what you're doing this month and why you're excited.
Okay, so first of all, I'm really excited because on June 1st, I was driving home from Marble, Texas from taking my son to camp and saw a sign for Liberty Hill And I decided to message Tara because I told her I was literally 7 minutes from her house and that Zoe and I were stopping by. So she flew into the shower. I was only supposed to stay for 30 minutes. And then we ended up staying up till like 11 p.m., talking about how excited we are for June and game planning and talking all the things. And it was just such a fun, unexpected way to kick off the month. With that being said, I have actually been really intentional about my messages. But one thing that I really struggle with being consistent on is posting. So when you send a message and it's someone that you haven't talked to in a long time, what are they going to do? They're going to go look at your page. So I have committed that I am going to show up. And I really loved how Ashley Walmer said this last night on a call is tell my story in a different way every single day in the month of June. So this is a struggle for me. And I'm not going to lie, I've sent a couple posts to Tara and I'm like, what would you change on this? What would you do better? But I am going to show up and do what's uncomfortable for me. It's just not my thing. I'm not really a look at me type person. So I'm trying really hard to get comfortable with doing the uncomfortable and showing up on more of the social media scene so that I can validate my reach outs. So I've scheduled out through Sunday so that it's just out the window and I don't have to worry about it because it is not my favorite thing to do. But I encourage everyone this month to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable because I guarantee you greatness is going to come from that. That's all I got.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I always tell people, what's the one thing that you know you should be doing, but you're not doing it? Go do that. That's the thing you need to go do because that's the thing that could move the needle. And I was talking with Amy. She's like, I know I need to post more. And I was like, all right, so what are we going to go do? And she's like, post more. I was like, yes, that's all right. That's it. That's what we're doing. So I love that. I love that, Amy. Okay, Ashley Harden, go ahead and unmute yourself. What are you doing? Where are you excited this month and what are you doing?
Hey guys, sorry, I'm driving down the road, so and
Be safe.
enjoying some ice cream with my daughter. So sorry about that. Anyways, I'm super excited about June, obviously. This is actually a few of our second anniversary. So we definitely have to like really share that as well. But so some of the things that our team is doing, obviously I have some big incentives for my team. So even if you have a big team, small team, whatever, you know, doing like little incentives. So we are actually doing like a kind of a weekly challenge with each other of doing income producing activities like we were talking about. So I know Tara had posted one that was like a daily thing of all the things you could do. And it was a weekly it was a weekly little activity. And so I'm doing, everybody has to fill those out, check off the things that they do, and they have so many points, and they're going to go into a drawing for, a fun prize. Like this week is going to be the new Bravenly swag shirt that they just came out with. That's like super summery and cute and stuff like that. So I'm doing weekly things with our team to make it fun. And also, drive activity and stuff like that. So we're doing some of those things. We have scheduled lots of messenger events this week. Plan on doing that the rest of this month. Those are great. I mean, yeah, we talked about, some of them, how can we adjust? How can we make it better? So we're working on those things. We had a sip and share already scheduled today that Jennifer Hutchison just did. We have a vendor event in Blanco, Texas for 3 days that Colin and her team is doing. So excited. So we're scheduling all those sip and shares, vendor events. Going to have one at least every single week this month. Trying to think of some of the other things that we were working on. But I will tell you this, and I know like Amy was just talking about that she's not good at posting. Posting is my thing. I have gotten into a huge habit of every night. I schedule my posts out so it goes out first thing in the morning. I try to like incorporate what I'm doing in my life in my stories. But one of the things that I have put in place that, and I tell my team this too, the first thing that you do whenever you are going to work your business is you do messages. Because and I said, don't stop, have a goal in mind. Like if you're going to do 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever you're planning on doing, hi sweet girl, do those and don't respond, and then you can do the other activities. Because sometimes we get saying, oh, I'll do that last, but then you're really not reaching out to a multiple of people. Like, yeah, even though you throw a post out there, are people reading that? You don't know. They might just like it because it was a pretty picture that you posted up with that, or it's a pretty picture of your family or whatever. But that's what I've been very intentional over the last few months, is making sure I get those messages out every single day and not responding until I've hit my goal for that day. So
I love that piece is message. And even if people are responding or texting you on the side or messaging you about something, don't get distracted from making all of the messages, those initial send outs that you want, before getting sucked into the responding or the engaging, because you can lose track of time. And then instead of sending 50 messages, you've sent 5, right? Think of the volume of impact. Aspen has said this before. It takes the same amount of work. Sorry, I've got a monkey on my shoulder. She is turning this into a regular thing. This is Rosie, by the way. You guys will know my children. Aspen says it takes the same amount of work to get to the top. It's just up to you how quickly you do it. Is it over a span of 12 months? Is it over a span of 10 years? For me, I'd like it 6 months. Right? That's just my personality. I'd like to do it real quick, fast and furious, and get to the top, or get to whatever goal that it is you want. It's going to take the same amount of work. So what Ashley is saying is make sure that you keep your brain on target and do the amount of work that you are allocating in that time. Time is precious. We know how quickly it goes, right? I love that, Ashley. Thank you so much.
Hey, can I add one more thing I think I was going to talk about is I'm opening up some 45 minutes to an hour of work, and I'll throw that into Brave Collective. So if you want to come, and if you're one of those people that need structure, I have 3 times that I'm going to put out there. I know one's tomorrow at noon Central Time, so that's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll try to mix that up too, but I plan on doing that every single week. And so if you want to do that with your teams, or if you want your teams to be included in what I'm doing, I'm going to tell them what I'm going to be doing. So it's not just silence for that 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to put all the things that we can work on, and you pick what you decide to work on. But I do stress messaging. That is so important.
I love that. I love that. And definitely look for that post in Brave Collective. Those working Zooms are effective, you guys. It keeps you on target. The other day, I did that with some of my leaders, and we just sat there in silence, but we were on that Zoom. And every once in a while, I'd check in, and because I was the leader of the Zoom, and everybody's just in their phones. And man, we got stuff accomplished together. So they work. So if you can pop on one of those, do so. It holds you accountable. All right, next up, Jaden, share with us your excitement and what you're doing this month.
Hello. All right, a lot of my things have already been said, which is fine. So for me, I'm focusing 1 hour on all my messages and all my follow-ups. I have to do that every single day, or I will push it off. Then I'll be like, it's too late, going to bed, whatever. I'll make an excuse. So 1 hour a day just to messages and to follow-ups. And then a lot like what Amy said, I need to change my story up, and I'm going to focus on posture this month. And that call last night was incredible. And just how can I tell my story to fit different people, and how can they see themselves in my shoes, right? I'm just like them, just a normal person. So if I can do this, why can't you, right? So it's just getting my message across. And so I'm excited to work on that and just become better at that. And then I just have a few girls that I'm focusing on and getting to director this month, because I know when I personally hit director, everything changed for me. That was the turning point of oh man, I can do this. I'm excited, I can do this. And so I know that once they hit director, it's going to change for them. They're going to be on fire. They're going to keep getting after it. And so those are my 3 things that I'm really focusing on this month. And yeah, I won't lie, May was a struggle for me, and maybe some others can resonate with that. It was just a tougher month for me. And so I'm glad it's in the past, and I'm looking forward to June and just getting it started off really, really strong.
I love that. I love that, Jaden. And she, you know, she's said something that you've heard now. I'm spending an hour on messages. I'm spending an hour on messages. Guys, success leaves clues. The people that have spoken already and the next person that's going to speak, we're leaders on this call. And I mean, I'm focusing on an hour of messaging a day. Maybe that's not where you want to be. And maybe you're like, hey, I'll do 15 minutes or hey, I'll do 30 minutes. But devoted messaging, guys, it does matter. So success leaves clues. So if we're all doing it, hint, hint, it might be worth you doing it as well. Thank you so much, Jaden. I appreciate your insight. Last but not least, Amy Spence, where you at? I know you're driving to Alabama, sister. I think she's trying to unmute. If you swipe, if you're on your phone, swipe.
Yes, yes. I was trying to mute. Thanks, guys. Okay, so can you hear me, Tara?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, so I am driving to Alabama, like Tara said. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. You just heard a lot of people say what I gathered. The whole theme of everyone's talk is commitment, and what does that look like for you, right? So some of you are thinking, okay, great, but these are people who have industry experience. These are leaders. I'm brand new, or I've been doing this for 3 or 4 months and I haven't promoted yet. I show up to everything, whatever. So you need a plan. You need to look at your situation because everyone's situation is so different, right? What works for one may not work for other. Maybe you only have 30 minutes a day to work this business, and that is the reality of your life. So what is the most important thing that you can do if you only have 30 minutes? Well, what I gathered from the people who are talking to us and the successful, they've paved the way, right? We are showing you guys how to be successful, is that reach outs and showing up like your business front door is open, which that's on social media. You would not open a business and not close its door. And you guys, the conversations you have, people are going to either ignore you, they're going to say they want more info, or they're going to say no. And the ones that say no are the ones, or the ones that ignore you and say no are the ones that are watching. And if you are not talking about the business and talking about how the business has affected your life, and stop thinking you have to make a lot of money to talk about why you love Bravenly. There are other things that Bravenly has brought into your life. Otherwise, I can assure you that you would not be on this call on a Tuesday night in the summer beautiful weather instead of sitting on your back porch, right? I just know it. So what are those things? You know, I heard Amy talk about sharing her story, and you're probably like, a lot of you, most of you are thinking, well, I don't have a story. That is the silliest thing. I was sitting in church the other day and he was talking about stories. Everyone has a story. You have a past, you have a present, and you have a future. And the theme for my team this month, which I've talked a lot with Tara about, and Tara's talked to me about, is showing up like it's already done. And I've told this story over and over again, and I'm going to tell it again. But my first company, I literally talked about a $10,000 bonus, like I had already earned it. And so much that when the second person who ever joined me in the business, not customer, but as a brand partner, she said to me, once she enrolled, she said to me, what did you spend your $10,000 bonus on? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, your diamond bonus. And I'm like, oh, I haven't gotten it yet. And, you know, I was reminded about that this month, or on Saturday when I was talking to Tara, I was like, I don't show up like I've already an SVP. Some of you right now want to be, you know, director, senior director, executive director, SED, all these ranks, but are you showing up like you're already there? And, you know, I did a Zoom, individual Zooms with some people on my team, SC and above, and I went to their social media. And you guys, this is not calling them out because I think all of us are guilty of this, but I had to search most of their pages for a post about the business Bravenly has brought into their life, who they are even. Some of them, I'm like, who are you? Like, if you're in network marketing, you should have new people adding to your page or following you every single day. If someone cannot scroll your top 5 posts and not know who you are or what you stand for or what you love, not just Bravenly, then you've got to start doing that. Every 5 posts, there needs to be something about you so that they know when they are attracted to your page, whether it's from a reel, whatever. So I challenge you guys to get off here and look and be honest with yourself. How much time do you have? And in that time, what is the promise that you're going to make to yourself? Somebody reminded me over the weekend that commitment is showing up even when you've lost the feeling or the emotion to show up. And I think about that often in my life, and like put a 1 in the chat if you guys are with me. How many of us are moms and wives and we have relationships that we have to show up for even when we don't want to? I'm not going to lie. I don't want to be driving in the car to Alabama right now. Honestly, I don't. I really want to just be home working my business hardcore. But my daughter loves going to Alabama. She wants to see her cousins. This is the only time this summer she can do it with all her stuff she's got going on. So I'm in the car driving to Alabama. That's showing up for my daughter. How many times do we have to show up for our business? Now, I'll be honest, I was really honest with in May, I probably worked a total of, honestly, probably 70, 80 hours in May. I mean, and I expect to get paid $10,000+ a month. That's not even full time right there. That's not a full-time job. You're working at least 40 hours a week, 4 weeks out of the month. So you've got to be real with yourself. And so if you only have a certain amount of time in the 5 to 6 days out of the week, because I do believe, you should have a rest day or whatever, if that's something you want, then you need to commit to what number of reach outs are you going to do. Somebody told me on my team they want $10,000 a month, but they're only going to send 7 new reach outs a day. No, 7 times 5 is 35. 35 times, someone can do the math. 35 times 4 is what? That's not even talking to, is that even 200 people? I can't look at the chat, but I'm like, you want to make $10,000 a month, $7,000 a month, and you're not even talking to 200 new people a day or a month. So I'm not saying that your number has to be crazy. What I'm teaching my team this week is to get off this Zoom, commit to how many times are you going to post about Bravenly? Let's call them social media drops. Tara called it that, and I like it. So a social media drop is talking in your story, a post, a reel, going live. How many social media drops are you going to commit to a day, 5 days a week? Put it in the chat if you want to go ahead and call it out. Then how many messages are you going to send a day? And I want to include follow-ups. I want to include new reach outs. I have committed to 100 every single day, 6 days a week in June. All right. I can successfully say it's June 3rd, and I have already sent 258, I think I counted at Chick-fil-A. And so I have 300 minus 258. I have that many left before I go to bed tonight. And I promise you, I will do it. Every single time I get done with my stuff, I'm texting Tara. I don't care if it's midnight, 1 a.m. And the reason I do that is because I know who I am. I need accountability. It's the reason I pay to join a gym that has class times. I've got to be held accountable and get charged if I don't show up. My husband can go be a member of Planet Fitness and he can make himself work out, and that's just not who I am. So are you being real with yourself? If you need accountability, go find somebody. That doesn't mean you can text me every day. That doesn't mean I'm going to respond. Tara hasn't responded for 2 days about my accountability. Not really, but she did just respond today from yesterday. And that's okay, because it's not for her. It's for me. But I guarantee you, if I didn't text her for 4 more days in a row, she's going to call me up and be like, you made a commitment. So find accountability, be real with yourself, and then this time next week, evaluate with your accountability partner. Did you do all of it for 5 days in a row, 6 days? If you can do more, go add 5 on new reach outs, or maybe another post. If you can't post 3 times a day, post twice and then add. You can always add when you readjust. You never want to do a crazy number and not get it and go lower. That is like psychology 101. You always want to go low and then keep adding to the highest number you can reach to. So y'all, I'm fired up for a lot of reasons. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've missed my SVP. Not just I, it's a team effort, but I hold accountability because I'm the leader of my team, and my team is going to do a third of what I'm doing. So if I tell you I only worked half of May, then my team's probably only going to work a third of May, right? But I missed the SVP promotion 2 months in a row. It's been hard for me, but you know what? I'm so sick of being upset because the only person I am upset with is myself. And I want to tell y'all something about these 300 messages so far, 258. I have reached out and I've been ignored and I've been told no. Not one person, because I went and looked when my kids were at Chick-fil-A playing in the PlayStation that I hate, and Caroline introduced Shepherd to them, and it's just a nightmare now every time I go in those places. But anyways, look, one person that I reached out to unfriended me on Facebook, unfollowed me on Instagram. Did I get ignored? Yes, I got ignored. Did I have a lot of people that said, I had one person today say, this must be a God thing. I literally prayed this morning for something to come my way for extra income. She was someone that ignored me in October when I sent a message to. So y'all, I like Tara said, I promise you people are starting to figure out about Bravenly. I promise you people need income. Another girl told me tonight, I don't know what Bravenly is, but I'm starting to see pictures and posts about Bravenly. And that right there, my friends, is when we're about to enter the sweet spot. The sweet spot is where people are going to start figuring it out. People in your neighborhood are going to start joining Bravenly, and they're not going to join you. Okay. So the only person you're going to have to blame when that happens is yourself. I love all of you, but this is the month that we need to put our big girl pants on and suck it up and realize that Bravenly is not going to come save us. Tara is not going to come save us. You have a vehicle. God has given you the gifts that you have, but he is not going to do the action for you. You have to do action. I am so tired of being in the same spot, and I'm so tired of so many of y'all that I talk to say you want the same thing over and over and over again, month after month, but there's no action backing the words that are coming out of your mouth. So let's put our work ethic to where our mouths are, or whatever that saying is, and let's get to work. All right, Tara, I'm done. I love y'all.
I love it. We had a fellow preacher on the call with us tonight. I love it.
Y'all know how I get sometimes.
I love it. She's convicted, y'all. I mean, she came out the gate on June 1 and she was like, I don't care what it takes. I am hitting SVP and I'm flying by it, and this is going to be my biggest month, and da-da-da. And she was just out the gate. You guys, that's the kind of like oomph that I'm saying that I want for each of you, because it is.
Oh, can I say something? One more thing, Tara, that's really important. Also, I went to Tara and Aspen just because for those of you who don't know, I do have a former relationship with Aspen from years and years back, but I went to them on Saturday and I was like, look, I can handle constructive criticism. I need you guys to really just be honest with me about a couple things. And one thing that I realized that I wasn't doing, that I've already included Tara in like 2 or 3 now, is I was not using Tara, like that third party validation. And I realized in my one-on-one talks, none of my SD and aboves, I mean, some of them were, but not all of them were using me either. And I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't because I don't believe that Tara is not wonderful. I know how she is. I know she can seal the deal. But the thing is I have 12 years. So I'm like, I should be able to seal the deal, right? No, I forgot the meaning of third-party validation. Third-party validation allows other people that you're talking to know that other people are successful. And I remember that's what I needed before I even said yes, my very first opportunity 12 years ago. So if you are not using third-party validation this month, you have to put people in front of someone who can seal the deal for you so that you can start getting more wins. Because I know, I can already tell that the person I have in a 3-way chat with Tara, Tara is explaining things that in a way that I can't. Just like I can explain things and bring a different different type or different energy to the conversation than Tara can. So please use third-party validation. All right, that's it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, before we end, I want you to hear one last thing loud and clear. There is no magic strategy that will ever replace your decision to show up. Your decision to show up eats strategy for lunch, you guys. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be polished. You just need to move. Okay? Success is not waiting for you at the end of a perfect month. It's waiting for you at the end of relentless commitment. What Amy Smith just said, commitment usually happens when you feel amazing about something. But true commitment is even on the days that you don't feel amazing about it, you're still committed. That's the true commitment. So stop asking yourself, will it work? Can I do this? And start declaring, I'm the one who makes it work. Last night, Ashley Walmer, VP of Field Development here at Bravenly, did an incentive call that we offered to the team, and the winners were on the call last night. And she said, leaders don't allow things to happen in their business, they make things happen in their business. Friends, you're not behind. You're not too late. You're not too small. You're not unskilled. You're right on time to create the story that's going to change everything this month. This month. So I want you to go be louder. Go be bolder. Go be seen. Go be unstoppable. You have permission to take up space, my friends. Take up the space. June is not just a month that's going to be on your calendar. It's going to be a canvas where you paint your dreams. What you can accomplish this month can shift the next 6 months of your life to 10 years of your life to 20 years of your life. Truly. So I want you to be bold. Write a story that gives others permission to dream again. That's the beauty of what you have. When you dream, you give others permission to dream. I say that about my kids. When I show my kids I can dream and their mama can go lead and their mama can go achieve, it teaches my sweet little baby girls that they can dream, that they can achieve, that they can lead. You're doing the same thing for your audience. And guys, mark my words, when June 30th comes around, leave nothing on the table. Leave nothing on the table by the end of June 30th. Because each and every one of you can hit your next rank, hit your goals, hit your milestones. I believe in it. So let's go shake the ground, Brave Collective. Happy 2 years, and let's go make this our best month ever. Y'all, I'm fired up. I'm not going to go to bed. I love you guys. We'll see you later. Have a great evening.